Driver here, Bruce. He's actually never driven this truck. I want to give you guys his feedback on how this feels. The stability bar in the rear, 19mm solid sway bar. We're gonna go left. Guys, the same concept applies to a lot of the minivans that we're trying to develop as well for the Honda Odyssey and the Toyota Sienna.
It's very
You feel that?
yeah, it's like real flat through, like
Yeah, flat through.
that's
One
at
of,
low speed.
yeah. So one of the things about these trucks, you know how it is, right?
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah, it's like nothing. Like
it's just sitting there, man.
it's pretty good.
High speeds. This thing just wants to cruise. I've had it in rain. I mean, it's a little scary in rain. Don't get me wrong, but you could actually feel it cut through. When it wants to hit a patch, it kind of does one of these, and then stabilizes back itself. We'll go
left again.
left.
You can even feel the weight transfer to the rear. It feels even flatter. Like it doesn't squat. It just kind of cruises.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's like being up high, but it rides.
Rides like a car.
Like yeah, like it's low.
Yeah.
We used to like my work trucks, like the Ford, like F-150, like the older ones, you know.
It's all like,
all bouncy. Like you hit like any pothole.
yeah, yeah.
Bad.
Let's do this. Let's go straight.
Alright.
Let's go straight. I want to see if we can get an actual turn. I want you to feel the turn.
Is there any other suspension mods on this, or just
Nothing. It is bone stock, 19mm rear sway bar, and a front engine mount. The engine mount is actually, it looks like it just hits the top part of the engine, and I'll show you that top part. Also a development piece. And a lot of these pieces came off of the rear sway bar came off the Hilux, which is the Toyota Hilux. Is the version of our Tacoma.
Japan,
yeah, Japan. Let's go straight all the way through. And the front brace also came from a FJ Cruiser.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and it shares the same chassis, the FJ Cruiser and this short bed style Tacoma. Oh, watch this. You know what these feels like, right?
Oh yeah. Barely noticed it. It's so weird coming from my car. Like the RS is all jarry and stuff like that. Like it's better now that I've done the suspension, but at first it was terrible.
Oh yeah.
This is pretty good.
I guess the designers, engineers at Ford must have said, okay, we'll leave some room. Let's go right. And again, if you don't mind, just yank it a little.
Oh man, this is nice. Like it at first it started to roll, and then you're just like, nope, we're good.
Yeah, it's got a. So can you imagine with 4 adults in here and a child, how unstable this sucker can be with no stability bracing? I mean, that's insane, right?
Yeah.
Same concept applies. Like I said, some concept applies to your car, to your vans, to all these different style of vehicles, the high-profile vehicles as well, because you can feel it more on a high-profile vehicle than you do on a lower base car. And I towed in this car. You can't even feel the weight behind you when you were towing because of the sway bar. It just felt planted, like you were just going everywhere. Now here we go. We're gonna hit this trade tracks. Nothing. Okay, we can go a U-turn right here if you want. So we're in the city of Fairfield. It's about 35 miles east. No, less than that. 30 miles, maybe 20 miles east of San Francisco, and about an hour southeast of San Francisco, correct? Something like that?
Yeah, like 40 minutes south of Sacramento.
That's the 40 minutes south of Sacramento. There you go. Here comes the railroad tracks again. Dude, hit them. I don't, you know.
I think it's so solid.
Solid.
And, like,
I mean, would you say you'd feel comfortable having a family in this car?
yeah, like I would drive a truck if it felt like this. Like my biggest beef with trucks is the disconnect that you get in the steering wheel and feedback because of the suspension travel. Like you don't really get a lot of on a stock truck, obviously. Like, you know, you go over bumps, it starts to jank the wheel left or right or whatever, or like do a turn. Like it doesn't tell the driver a lot of things like a sports car does.
Correct.
That fly by the seat of your pants kind of feeling, you don't really get that in a truck.
Correct.
Which is why I drive more sportier vehicles. But,
You know, I myself, I had a like big issue with getting the truck. I was like, I'm not gonna get the truck, but we'll turn right here and left. But I said, you know what? I need a truck. I gotta have it for, you know.
yeah, it's proper.
Yeah, we've got new development coming in for the new Ranger, the Ford Ranger. You know, this is coming in for 2020.
Yeah.
And it's already out. It's coming out middle of summer, I believe. We already have bracing. That truck has been out already in Europe and Asia, but they're just coming. The Ranger's coming back here, so we got stuff for that. But yeah, so ultra racing bracing. I mean, now a four-wheel drive, guys. If you're gonna go off-roading, of course you don't want don't take the sway bar